I was in a yoga class and the teacher asked me, "So how are you doing?" And I almost broke down in tears that day because I had been putting in so much time to try to build an online business while I was also working full-time at my clinic as a naturopathic doctor, and I was just basically on the brink of burning out because, well, I thought that things were going to be playing out in a certain way, and when they didn't, it was a shocker to me. So I'm going to be getting into some of these things and sharing part of the journey with you so that maybe if you're looking to build your online business, maybe your coaching business, or just pivoting in your career and making a pretty big transition, you might find some nuggets here that you can resonate with. I'm Serenity Iris, and in today's podcast, we're going to be looking at some of the things that led to me almost quitting. I almost quit. And thank goodness I didn't, because it's one of those things, like you're at the fork in the road and it's feeling really tough and the challenges are piling up. And if you were to just succumb to that and then quit, or let the dream fade, or you're abandoning what's really in your heart, you could just be so close to getting the thing that you want and manifesting what you would really love. And so I want to help you with that by sharing part of my journey. So it had been months and months, the better part of a year. I'd been putting together the pieces for my online course, and I thought, okay, this is going to help so many people. And when I put it together, I launched it, and then it did not work as planned. I felt devastated. So I want to rewind a little bit. Maybe you can relate. One of the reasons why I went into naturopathic school was not only to help people with their health, because I saw my mom and she passed away because her health wasn't good, and I felt called to help people as a healer without having any background in health sciences at all. I went back to school. I had basically my baby at the time, and I was doing night classes, weekend classes to get these pre-med courses done and out of the way. And another part of it was I wanted to have a career or a business where I could set my own hours. And at the time I was a musician. I was working musician hours, which meant you work when everyone else is not working. So I was working evenings and weekends, either performing or teaching. And I knew I didn't want to do that. So I made the sacrifice and I went to school in the evenings and weekends in order to have a career and business where I could work during the days, maybe even Monday to Friday during the days, working days. And another thing that appealed to me was some structure. So coming from the field of music and really having not a lot of structure in my life, I was craving a system where they would say, okay, do this and then you'll get this degree and then you can go help people. And I thought, okay, great, I'll do this, I'll get the training, I'll get the degree, and I'll go help people. But there was a big gap that I was not aware of between, okay, get the degree and then go help the people. It didn't just happen because I had the credentials. It required me to become an entrepreneur. So I felt like, oh my goodness, I'm starting again in this field where I wasn't really given the proper training. And so I still felt like, okay, show me the steps and I'll follow the steps to become successful. And when I thought, okay, I'm going to fill in the gap because I don't know about marketing or ads and things, I invested in that, did the steps. I learned about webinars, I learned about marketing, I learned about how to create an online course, and I invested. So I was willing to invest in myself. I was willing to learn. I thought, okay, I'll learn my way out of this. How hard can it be? So I did these programs and courses that gave the step-by-step, the recipe, followed it. I was a good student. I followed them. But then when it didn't really pan out the way I was hoping, it felt devastating. I was like, I know I can learn. I know I can study. I know I can follow directions. What is happening? So inside, my self-confidence was degrading. I was feeling really bummed out. I was hemorrhaging tons of money, and I was in a position where I was feeling quite scared about what was happening. So fast forward a little bit, I got proper mentorship when it came to the mindset, and over 95% of our results come from the mindset, and less than 5% comes from the strategy, the step-by-step, the mechanics. So I was doing things out of order. I was putting that ahead of the foundation of the mindset. So when I got the mentorship, but not only the mentorship, I figured out how to really implement these principles and ideas and apply them to my life and to my business so that it would lead to results. And that's a piece that I am still noticing is missing in a lot of these kind of trainings that take you through the step by step. What I've noticed, what's been helpful for me is, yes, give me the step by step, but also give me the part where there's all the inner work, knowing about who you really are, what your strengths are, how to work with your mind. It is so powerful, and that's exactly what I help people. What my members do is they're given the step-by-step. I give them the roadmap, the plan, the framework, but I also show them how to implement, and that makes a world of difference. So I've seen people go from 0 to their 6 figures very quickly, and then beyond. I see people checking off items from their bucket lists and going on amazing vacations or getting their dream homes, and it's because they follow a system that's comprehensive. It's not just the mechanical strategy. It's that plus the 95% mindset. So it is so powerful. So when I tapped into that, it was so freeing. It was so freeing. I knew that life was going to be very different, and that whatever I set my mind to, I can do. And I can take an approach that I took to pass the board exams, the crazy exams that are over multiple days, multiple hours each day, like whole day exams, which is ridiculous. Basically, they test you on everything you've learned in the past 4 years, and you have to have everything at your fingertips. And so the preparation for that was months, and it's definitely not something you can cram for. There's just no way. So even if I've had success in the past, sort of preparing last minute, that approach was not going to cut it. So I broke it down step by step, and just going through that process. Okay, this is what I've got to get through. This is how much time each of these sections is going to take. And let's look at when the final exams are. I have to have it all done by this date. So what am I going to do? And there was very little room for getting behind on the schedule, or even having some downtime. So I could not afford to be unhealthy or sick. So what I did was I upped my nutrition game even more. So I was taking supportive supplements and herbs for my brain health. I was working out consistently to allow for greater focus and energy. That's really one of the main reasons I work out. It's not for the change in my body physique, although that happens as a byproduct of it, but really my primary reason for working out and being consistent with that is so that I have the focus and the energy. It's like my caffeine. I don't drink coffee or caffeinated teas. So I got that in order. I made sure my sleep was good. I felt like the healthiest and the most focused and productive. That was one of the most healthiest, focused and productive times in my life, when it could have been quite the opposite. So maybe you're facing board exams, probably not though, but maybe you're in the day-to-day of your practice and your business, and you're maxing out. Maybe you're maxing out with one-on-one visits, and you want to be leveraging yourself and going to online offers, or helping people in greater, deeper capacity with higher ticket offers or group programs, or maybe selling courses. But you're in the day-to-day and you're maxed out. Well, in order for you to pivot and to shift into something new, we've got to actually first get you optimized, right? Get you functioning really well. So you might even be aware of what goes into better sleep and better nutrition and moving your body well and all of that. But are you actually doing it? And whatever is the reason that's holding you back from doing it, we want to look at that, because in there, deep in there, is a blind spot, is a hidden blind spot, where if we understand what that is, could lead to a significant breakthrough. So if you're interested in the blind spot breakthrough call, there will be a link in the description and you can check it out. So we want to understand what is holding you back from doing the things that you already know. You already know what to do, but maybe you're just not getting to it. You're just not doing the thing. So let's uncover that. And guidance, mentorship is so important. That was one of the pieces that I was missing. I was missing mentorship in the right area. I had mentorship and courses and trainings on the marketing and ads and webinars and how to build an online course and all of that. And that was the 5%. When I discovered the mentorship around the mindset, and then through my experience, my personal trial and error to see what worked and what didn't work, I discovered how to really properly implement. And I see this in personal development, where people really get high on the principles and the ideas, but when it comes down to translating it into material manifested form, it's a missing piece. Like, the link is not there. So that link is in the implementation, which is super important and a big part of what I help all my members with. It's so fascinating because you're already very aware. You're already aware of principles around mindset. It makes sense, but how is it translating? If your results are amazing and fantastic, you're probably implementing and that's translating very well for you. But if they're not quite where you want them to be yet, then we probably want to get you set up with the 3 pillars, right? Number 1 is a system. Number 2 is mentorship. And number 3 is supportive mental environment. So get those pieces in place, and then you also discover what that blind spot is, perhaps on a call with me, and then you're going to be taking off. It's amazing when that happens. So there is a roadmap. There is a proven system that I know for me, when I was looking, that would have helped me to feel very secure and confident, okay, that this is going to work for me. But I wasn't working with the system. I was like pulling this piece, this one little strategy, which is like maybe one sliver of a piece of a pie out of the whole rest of it, just the 5%. I was binging on all the right books, all of the free videos out there, you know the ones. And then when the results weren't shifting, when I was like paying for groceries with borrowed money and feeling sick to my stomach and wondering how am I going to provide for myself and my family, like it was tough. So what I would love to see for anyone who's going into the next level, right? I'm going to assume that you've already had a good amount of success with your professional life. Like, you know how to help people, and perhaps you've been doing it for a while, but you're maxing out, right? And your health is showing signs of that. Your energy, maybe you're cutting into valuable time, quality time with loved ones. So if that's you, I would love to help you identify that blind spot so that you can have a breakthrough. And if it's a good fit, then we would continue to work together on a deeper level with a system and proper mentorship and guidance so that you learn how to implement and get results in a supportive environment. So click the link in the description for your blind spot breakthrough call, and let's connect. If you resonated with this, maybe you're in transition, or you're just starting something new, let me know what inspired you, what you resonated with this. If you liked it, definitely like it, comment, and share this with friends. Perhaps give it a rating if you're listening on a podcast platform. And I just want to see you living your healthy success in the best way possible, living your dreams, living by design, so that you can live out your purpose and positively impact the people who you're meant to serve. So go ahead, and you can also go to serenityiris.com. Link is in the description. Click the link. Check out the free trainings that I have there for you, and let me know if you've enjoyed this. We can definitely go deeper with this topic, and I'm here to help and serve you in whatever way I can. So just let me know. You can go ahead and share a comment. Until next time, I will talk to you soon.